All right, wake up, wake up. It's time to wake up and win. This is the Wake Up and Win Morning Podcast powered by CTR Media Network. I am your host, Dr. Tina J. Ramsey. And this podcast is all about giving you that great motivation is designed to fuel your mindset, elevate your business podcast or TV show because we are a podcast and TV distribution platform. And this particular podcast is created to inspire you to take action daily. Each episode have powerful insight, actionable strategies, a quote, of course, a Bible verse, and a call to action to help you achieve your level of success. But I'm gonna do something a little bit different on today. What I'm gonna do, because we are a podcasting and TV distribution platform, I'm going to play another commercial. And after I come back from the commercial break, we are going to jump right into our topic of discussion for today, which we're going to talk about having or creating for ourselves our own winner's circle, how you need to surround yourself with greatness. So, right after this commercial break, I will be right back. Enjoy.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment. A perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.
All right, so I hope that you enjoyed that commercial. We ended a little quick because I want to go ahead and jump right into the topic of discussion because this particular series or this particular podcast, we literally started with one intention in mind to make sure that you hear something positive before you go to school, before you go to work, before you go into, if you have your own business or businesses, you will be able to have positivity because we have found if you be able to hear something positive or expose yourself to positivity early in the morning, before you get started with your day or as you're starting your day, 9 times out of 10 your day will go much better because maybe you will learn something or remember something that you heard from this particular broadcast that will help shift your mind and redirect you when negative things come your way, because that's just life be life, and right. And so if negativity come your way, you'll have these tips, these strategies, this positivity in order to help you go out there to wake up and win. Okay, before we even get started, what I want you to do, yes, because you know how we do it, we want you to like, follow, share, comment and subscribe. We will uh shout you out, or we will respond to your comment. So if you do want to start a podcast, we are definitely the platform for you at CTR Media Network. So check out our membership pricing and we will let you know which package fits you. So let's go ahead and jump right into the winner circle, surrounding yourself with greatness. We have been building up to this moment, saying the art of saying no, not feeling guilty, removing negative people from your life, removing the fear out of your mind, the self doubt, all of that has led up to this particular discussion that we're having today. So, someone asked me yesterday because I have one-on-one consultations, and one of my clients asked me, How do you start seeing your value? And another person asked me, one of my clients asked me with their one-on-one coaching, asked me this question: how can you elevate financially or just in life, going up from tier to tier to tier? Like maybe you are a five-figure earner to a six-figure earner to a millionaire to a billionaire status. And this is what I told them. There are a lot of different things that you can do. Of course, you need mentorship. Of course, you need coaching. Of course, you need to be positive. You need to be consistent in working. But this is really the secret sauce to help you be able to to really be able to grow. You have to change your circle. You have to change your circle. And I don't want to sound mean because it might sound a little harsh, but it's all done in love. If you want to become a six-figure earner, a seven-figure earner, an eight-figure earner, you have to stop hanging out with broke people. And it don't mean just money. Broke in mindset, broke in health, broke in finances, just broke in growth, positivity. Some people have a landslide of so much negativity and drama that surrounds them. I mean, they attract that. If you want to elevate in any way, shape, or form, whether it's spiritual, whether it's financial, whether it's health wise, regardless of whatever it is, it could be a combination of everything. You cannot elevate if you surround yourself by negativity. You cannot uh you cannot elevate if you surround yourself with mediocrity, people who are or individuals who are okay with being just okay. And I'm not talking about dealing with depression. I'm just talking about they don't have any aspirations or any desire to become better. My goal is to become 1% better every single day. I'm very realistic. I only can do but so much every single day with all the stuff that I already have to do. So I'm happy with if I see improvement in myself or I'm one step closer to my goal, at least 1% every day. Now, some days I get way closer than others, but on average, 1% every day, I'm doing good. And the people that I spend, the five people that I spend most of my time with, seeing them grow around me, and we're all on different levels. My group that I hang around with, all of them are better than me. I surround myself with people who are exceptional at what they do, people who I can come to for advice, people who can coach me if I needed coaching or mentoring, people who run circles around me in their prospective careers or entrepreneurship. I don't surround myself with people closely in my immediate circle that is on the same level as me or below the level of me. I only, in my immediate circle of five people, they are all better than me. They're higher income bracket, they're higher in understanding, they're higher in knowledge, they're higher in experience. They are higher than me. And I intentionally did that on purpose because I know the power of surrounding yourself with greatness. I know the power of creating your winner circle. People who are higher achievers, people who are higher achieved than you, they have a different mindset. And even if they face some of the same similar problems that you do, they approach it differently because they have already went through the current level of which you are at. And which means that if you reach a hurdle on your height of growing as a career, growing as an entrepreneur, growing as a parent, growing as a community leader, growing just as a person, they will be able to identify the key things that you need to do. They will have the mindset that they are willing to help you, and they will be able to give you sound advice because they have already been through what you're currently going through. They didn't have to read a book to do it. They may have read some books, but they have that concrete experience that you need in order to be able to truly successfully be able to get through and overcome. So you need to be determined that your circle is the reflection of what you want your future to become. That your circle is a reflection of what you want your future to become. Okay? So let me give you 4 tips for you on how you can create your winner circle surrounding yourself with greatness. First of all, you need to audit your group, your circle. Who are the top 5 people who you spend the most time with? Who do you take time to go get a cup of coffee, eat lunch with? Who do you go to events with? Who do you talk on the telephone with? Who do you, and I'm sounding old when I say telephone because I'm Southern, so we say telephone. Not, we don't say cell phone all the time. We say telephone anyway. Anyway, had to give you a little jokey joke. Who do you spend, who do you text, email, all that stuff that you spend time with? Who do you spend the most time with? You need to take the time and audit that particular circle. Then, with that circle, I need you to take the time to think about who lifts you up and who lifts you up and who holds you back. Because years ago, even though I loved them to pieces, I had a close friend that I thought was a friend. I realized it was a friend of me more than a friend. After I matured, I had this one friend that no matter what I went through was always motivating, always encouraging, helping me. But I didn't see that person as that. And then I had this other friend that I just thought the world of. And every time I come with a new innovative idea, a dream, or something that I wanted to do, something to expand, something to grow, they will always like say negative stuff to hold me back. Well, you need to think that through a little bit more. Yeah, that's true on certain things. Yeah, I don't know. All kind of like negative stuff to kind of distract me from moving forward. And sad to say, I listened to them on a good little bit of stuff until I matured enough to understand how important it is to audit your circle. Who lifts you up? Who's there for you? Who motivates you? Who help? Who helps you? And then on the flip side, who holds you back? Who is negative? Who every time when you say things and you have aspirations to be better, to become better in different parts of your life, why are they comfortable with you being mediocre? Why are they comfortable with you playing it safe? Why are they comfortable with you consistently being below them? Because there are some friendships that people have that are toxic that only work as long as you are not on their level or as long as you do not grow to their level or pass them in the level. And once you pass them, they got a problem. I don't care in my circle. I want to see you grow because I know that that's going to help me. Number 2, you need to seek mentorship. Learn from those ahead of you. And that is one of the things that is my secret sauce. I intentionally surround myself, my top 5 people who are smarter than me, who are doing more things than me, who are higher income than me, who are more educated than me. And education don't mean that you have to always have a college degree. It can be that you learn from hard knocks life or you can learn or you have learned from experience. It don't have to always come with a degree. But they're just better than me. And I realize that on so many different things that maybe I surround myself with people who not only are they better than me, but they have qualities in them that or they have experiences in areas that I'm weak at. So that they can help me and then I can learn from watching them or being in connection with them so that I can grow and expand what I do. Make me think deeper about me as a person, myself as a businesswoman, myself as a wife, myself as a mother, myself as a friend, myself as a family member, my health, my mental health. I like to be around my top 5 people that I hang around the most. They challenge me in a good way. So seeking mentorship, a mentor is different from a coach. A coach usually is a person who is going to help you strategize and get to point A to point B. And they usually have some kind of structure, a strategy, an action plan, a blueprint, and that usually incur some sort of fee once you get to a certain level. They're gonna coach you, but it's gonna be through a program and it's gonna be a fee. But then you have people who are mentors. Usually, if you have a mentor, every single mentor that I have ever had, I have never paid them anything. These are individuals that maybe see something in you and see that you're working, but see that you just need a little nudge, a little help. And even though they may be a coach, and even though they may charge for those services, but it's something about you that moves, that attracts them to you to help you, and they're not charging you anything, and they are mentoring you, and they're not charging you anything. And a mentor is going to help you not only with the things like a coach would, but they're also going to branch off into personal development. They're going to branch off to mental health. They usually branch off to whatever it is that you're currently going through on a personal level, a business level, a corporate level, 9 to 5, whatever it is that you need help with. A mentor usually kind of floats around on all those different things as you need it. So they have different hats that they wear. They have different hats. So I'm blessed to have coaches. I'm blessed to have mentors. And I'm blessed to have mentors that is a combination of being a coach and a mentor. So you need to figure out who you have in your immediate circle and who fits those categories. The third thing is that you need to invest in relationships that challenge you to grow. Sometimes you have to pay in order to put yourself in the right environment to be able to network and connect with the right groups in order for you to grow. You may not necessarily be able to find what you're looking for with the current people that you know, the current circle that you know, in order to create your winner circle. If all your life you've been center yourself around hanging around individuals that are toxic, that do not have any desire to grow, that have no dreams, no aspirations, you may not have anyone in your immediate circle right now that can fit that top 5 of greatness. So what do you have to do? You have to go seek out and invest to put yourself in your ideal situation until you start developing relationships that will become your winner circle organically. Originally, I did not have this type of winner circle because I didn't grow up and then I didn't have people around me that had this type of mindset. I was the only one that branched out from my immediate circle that wanted to become an entrepreneur. Okay. That was a podcaster, a TV host, a social media manager, a coach. I didn't have anyone in my immediate circle from my past that I could lean on. So I had to invest in relationships. I had to put myself at networking events, put myself in membership programs with coaching, group coaching, as well as one-on-one coaching. I had to find and create my winner circle. That's what I had to do. And it took money to do it. So I set aside so much. And I started low first because my years and years and years ago, back in the day, I did not have the money, or I like to say currency, to be able to invest in no programs that had a comma in it, you know, over $1,000. So I had to seek uh, groups and stuff that I could realistically budget and afford to be a part of that was better than what I had at the present moment. So maybe they were just a bump level ahead of me, but I don't care as long as you're better than me. So I found some good groups and I found some that wasn't so good, but all of them was a learning experience. And I take that and I growed from that. And it took all those many little situations that brought me to my present situation right now, where now I have a winning circle, a winner circle. Okay. Number 4, you need to let go of toxic people who drain your energy. How can you figure out if a person is toxic? Because this was one thing that I never really thought about when it deals with friendships. I used to feel that you can only have a narcissistic relationship if it was romantic between you and your significant other. A narcissistic relationship where they are trying to control you, they're trying to do mind manipulation, or maybe it's because emotional violence is the same thing or in the same category if someone is hitting you. But it's so subtle when people use words and mind manipulation that you don't even realize that you're being controlled or anything, or they saying things that are inappropriate to you that they shouldn't say if you're in it and you can't identify, because I didn't have the skills to identify a narcissistic relationship back in the day. I thought it only applied to romantic relationships. But what I found out later on, after I went to an event and the woman was talking about narcissistic behavior, and she broke it down, and I was like, wait a minute. Again, I invested in going to this particular group to get this education, to be exposed to different people who was higher than me. And I went, and this speaker came up. She started talking about narcissistic behavior. She started, because she's a domestic violence advocate. And I was like, I listened to her, and she was like, yeah, if a person always try to control you, if a person is trying to always get you to do what they want you to do, but they're never supporting you. And she just started breaking it down. I can't break it down like her because she is the specialist, not me. But it rang the bell. And I was like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me I'm in a narcissistic relationship with some of my platonic friends, some of my girls that I hang out with? I was like, wait a minute, that's what she does. I thought that was normal. And I realized that narcissistic relationship is not just romantic. It can be between you and your parents. It can be between you and your children, you and your significant other. It can be between friends. It can be between business partners. It can be between anybody that's a human being that is doing something that pushes you in a way that is negative. They drain you. So how can you identify if you're in a narcissistic relationship, whether platonic or not? If every time you are around that person, if every time you're around that person or that business partner or that child or that family member or that person at work or that person at school, if every time you're around them, either in person or on the phone or text message or email, however you choose to connect, and you're drained all the time after you speak to them, you're not feeling uplifted, you're start to dial in and thinking bad about yourself, you think you're not good enough, all this negative stuff, then 9 times out of 10, that's pretty narcissistic. Because you should never be around, or you should never have people around you that every time you're around them, I'm talking about every time you're around them, you feel drained. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, you feel drained after being around them. After having a conversation with them, you just feel like, oh my goodness, I'm so wore out, I'm so tired. That's not normal. That's not normal. You should feel uplifted. You should feel happy. They should, even if you're talking about something that wasn't so great, you should feel better that you was actually able to share that with them and get that off your chest. You shouldn't be feeling like, man, I'm so tired. I'm so drained. Oh my goodness. Or even mad. You mad, but now you're furious. So you need to let go of toxic people who drain you. I don't care if they're your family. You can love them, because I love my family. There's certain people that I just know I cannot be around close. I pray for them because they're toxic and it's not good for me. So that's what you have to do. Hey, Rosalind, welcome to the live. Let me give you a quote. Jim says, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Let me read that again. Jim said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So that says, whoever the top 5 people that you spend the most time with, your current life situation, whether it's good or bad or exactly the way you want it or it's not, is a reflection of the top 5 people who you spend the most with. So think about who you spend the most time with. And then, are you happy with your life right now? Is this what you envision at this age, at this point in your life where you want it to be? Are you where you want to be financially, mentally, spiritually, physically? Are you where you want to be? Are you happy? Do you experience joy? And let me say this and make this point very clear. Happiness is not just, people think happiness should be always be attached to money. There are other things that's in life that bring you joy and happiness that don't have anything to do with money. Yeah, money can help bring you some sort of happiness in the sense that you won't have to worrying about how you're going to pay your bills. You can go and do pretty much what you want to do and don't have to worry about taking from Peter to it's some kind of saying when they say robbing Peter to pay Paul, some kind of old saying that people say over here in the South. You don't have to worry about that because you have enough income. There is a measure of happiness that come from you being financially stable. However, I'm speaking about other things like in life that bring happiness that don't involve money. I need you to think about who are those top 5 people. I need you to be brave enough to do the audit. I need you to be brave enough to change that circle. You might can't do it all at one time. I'll tell you that you might can't do it all at one time because it took you time to be able to nourish and build these relationships, and you have some attachments. It's normal to have attachment. And the sad thing is we are so attached, we are even more attached to negativity than we are positive. And I think it's dealing with because we're imperfect. But it's going to take you some time. And you're going to have some withdrawals. Did I say it? Yes, you're going to have some withdrawals from being around people 24/7 that may not be the ideal people for you to be around, that are toxic. When you start pulling yourself away from them, you are going to feel a loss. That is natural, that is normal, because you have allowed that person to have placement in your life. And when you're no longer allowing them to have that particular placement of being close to you on that level anymore, you are going to feel some grief. You are going to feel a period of loss because you're going to have some attachment to them, whether it's good or bad. You're going to feel that loss. So I would just want to let you know that right then. But you can be strong and you can do it, because I want you to know that you deserve better. You deserve better. You deserve it. Hey, Latrell, she said, this day too shall pass. Stay in faith and trust God for all creations. Yes, 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 and yes. And so, what is a Bible verse that you can hold on to when you are working to create your winner circle to surround yourself with greatness? My top person that I surround myself with 24/7, 7 days a week, every single day is God. Hold the first spot in everything that I do. And then the other 4 spots is held by people. I talk with God every single day throughout the day. That's my main person. And then I have 4 people that take the slots in my top 5. Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So, what does that mean? It means that it's crucial on who you decide to spend the most of your time with. Because just as iron sharpens iron, if you're around someone that is negative, that means that they're dull. They're dull, meaning, and not dull in personality. I'm talking about, it's if you're trying to sharpen your iron, or if you have ever had experience of sharpening a knife. If you use something that's dull to try to sharpen, it's not going to sharpen. You can actually start breaking some of the teeth and the bristles on your knife. So you want to have a solid piece that you can sharpen it very, very well. So just like with people, if you're around someone that is negative and dull and don't have any goals, any aspirations, don't have any desire to be a better version of themselves every single day, to improve a little bit every single day, then eventually you're going to start being dull. You're going to start not caring. You're going to notice that you're not reaching your goals. You're going to notice that you're more negative. You're going to start emulating, because we're like sponges. We soak up good and bad, whether we want to or not. It's just something about human beings. We soak up the environments that we are around, the people, the environments, the situations, the experiences. We soak them up like a sponge. So you make sure that you are around people that sharpens you, which just simply means that they make you better. They challenge you in a good way. They help you to see what you would like to become, because now you see that they was able to achieve it. So now you know that you most definitely can do anything that you put your mind to. And you know most definitely, even down to your most wildest dream, that you feel like this is a dream, this is a fantasy, this cannot possibly become my life. Yes, it can. So, what I want you to do today, I want you to connect with winners, audit your circle, see what you need to do, and slowly start adding the right individuals into your circle. Be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, because depending on how long you have been in association with people who are not positive, who are toxic, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to drop them cold turkey, because they have developed a sense of family, a sense of connection, a sense of consistency, a sense of just feeling natural to you, that even though it's negative and toxic, you have become accustomed to that behavior. You have become accustomed to that person. So you may start gradually pulling away, and then all of a sudden you go right back to the poison, because that's what you used to. And it's hard to disconnect from people that are not good for you. So give yourself grace. Eventually, as you start being self aware and working really hard, for me, working really hard to be positive, changing my mindset, going and setting these goals, what happened, even when I didn't pull myself away from every single one of them all at one time, what happened was, as they saw me growing, as they saw that my mindset was changing, as they saw that the things that I used to do, I no longer did, I wanted better, I started speaking differently. My whole language changed in the regards of how I saw, how I spoke, how I reacted, how I grew, the information that I was ingesting, the things that I read, the conversations that I was having. It changed from being those basic, mediocre conversations to high level conversations. And guess what happened to those negative, toxic people? They gradually start falling away from my life on their own, because they're not used to having high level conversation, because they don't like change. They don't want to see you grow. And so guess what? The first thing they're going to say, you change. Yes, I did. Everyone should change. They should grow. Like, it's a good thing. They're going to try to make you think it's a bad thing. But I want you to keep on going, because if you don't have the strength to remove yourself from the situation, pray to God about it. If you are a praying person like me and believe in God, but if not, you just keep making those small changes, positive changes in your life every single day. And they're going to get to the point where they can't even stand to be around you, because it's so different and it goes against the core of who they are. And they're not going to even be able to be around you. They're not going to be able to even think or have a high level conversation with you, because they're still down multiple levels below you. They're not going to understand why you're doing certain things, why you're reading certain books, why you're going to certain events, why you're starting that business, why you are studying or working hard to be able to get that promotion at your job of leadership, or you going back to college to get that degree, or you writing that book, or you starting that podcast or TV show. They are not going to understand it. So they are going to eventually fall off by themselves. You just have to be patient and keep on moving and keep on growing, and don't allow yourself to get discouraged. Yes, and yes, God's love will carry carry itself. Yes, he will carry us. So what I want you to do, like as always, I want you to take the time, if you haven't yet, to go and download the CTR Media Network app to get that free access to our powerful community, where you will consistently be able to create your virtual winner circle. If you do not have the people around you currently right now that is a winner circle, and you maybe not have the funds to be able to invest in all of these different mentor, I would say coaching programs, or going to all these different events to be able to help you with whatever you need help with, then I encourage you to surround yourself with CTR Media Network. On the platform, most of, not if not all, most of our hosts are coaches like myself. We are mentors. I am a mentor and a coach. Most of us are certified in whatever it is that we do. We're just not podcast and TV hosts. We are life. Some of us are life coaches. Some of us are business coaches. Some of us are financial advisors. Some of us are mental health therapists. Some of us are counselors. Some of us are entrepreneurs. Some of us are career-driven individuals that climb the corporate ladder. We work in corporate America. Some of us are traditional 9-to-5 workers. Some of us are truck drivers in the transportation industry. Some of us are nonprofit leaders, leading with and advocating for the voiceless, people who have no voice, or people who individuals don't see. We're fighting for them with our advocacy. Moms, stay-at-home moms and guardians and grandparents who are taking care of their children, grandchildren, and they want to homeschool their children but just don't know how. We have all of that. We even have entertainment. Imagine TV. We have a little bit of everything. So if you do not have a winner circle now, well, then create you a virtual winner circle and use CTR Media Network. Infuse yourself with our TV shows and our podcasts. I guarantee that you will find a show or multiple shows that will help you be able to go to that next level, that will help you be able to be positive, that will help you with whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's business, whether it's life, whether it's podcasting, whether it's health and whatever the case may be. We have a whole channel that's self-improvement TV that's all about you improving yourself. So go ahead and download that CTR Media Network app today by going to www.ctrmedianetwork.com. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our Wake Up and Win Morning Motivation Podcast powered by CTR Media Network. We go live every single day to give you some food for thought, some tips and strategies to motivate you, to help you overcome maybe some doubt, some fear, whatever it is, to let you know that you are worthy and you have greatness inside of you. On that note, you guys, have a great, amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you when? Tomorrow, because we go live every single morning. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.